And I'll tell you why it's doing so well, right? Because this one is a very prime example of somebody, a seller that understands how to mash up and mix design ideas. Yes, you mad Etsy people, I got some fantastic Halloween Tumblr trends for you right now, which you need to get listing up real quick. Because remember what I keep saying, you got to do it months before the time, and you got to do it quickly, guys. So check this out. I want to show you some absolute ones that are going to fly off the shelf this year. Check it out. When it tells you something is popular now, that's a really good sign as well. So obviously think about what, you know, might be selling Halloween, and then look at these popular now ones. Look at these two, for example. Look at us. Look at this one. Look at this one. You know, anything that is Halloween related. Because if it's selling already and it's popular now, then it's going to be flying off the shelf, man, in a couple of months' time. So listen, you got to be real quick. I keep saying it. So let's just go down and have a look at these Halloween, some more popular now ones. You can see them. Remember, you really want to just have in mind Halloween. Now this one, look at this one, this Halloween cute spooky Highland cow. I'll tell you what, it's all about that mixing mashup business. It's that mix mashup design business. I say it all the time. Highland cow, tick box, fabuloso, very popular. Mix it in with that Halloween spooky flavor with skulls and flowers and pumpkins. And this is what it is, guys. It's about mixing up these designs. Look at this one, this other popular now one. Look at that. Here's another one. You got that ghost with that pumpkin and bats flavor, right? These things, it's a no-brainer. It's about mixing and matching these designs, these trends, these, you know, evergreen designs that are always going to sell. This is how you're going to make it. This is how you sell on Etsy. Look, there's loads of these. There's lots of popular nows. So what's good is you get lots of tips just by looking at page one. I love looking at page one because it gives me lots of ideas. But this is where we need to get the science now. After having a quick look, we need to get into the science, right? And the science is through EverBee, my go-to research tool, SEO, the one I call EverBee. Check out, the link is there, man. It's there always. It just sits at the top. So check it out, free access. But look, let's get onto this. This is how I find these gems. Look at this. So step one, I go to product analytics, right? Because obviously I want to filter all these Halloween-esque tumblers, right? That's the key to this. And then what I want to do is I'm going to go and click on the entire database. That's what I'm trying to say, man. So what I want to do is look, once I've gone to product analytics, I want to look at these recent listings, right? So I'm just going to go to filter, and I'm going to go to a listing age. Remember, listing age of maximum of 3 months. Let's say 2 months, right? 2 months. Maximum of a 2-month-old listing. Now, listen, if a listing is making money, right, at 2 months, and it's a Halloween Tumblr specific listing, right, is making that money already, right, then that's a good sign. Okay, so I filtered down. Okay, guys, so what I've done is I've literally, clicked on all the listings so that I can see every Halloween-esque Tumblr that's out there, not just on page one. I'm going to see all of them. And then what I've done is I'll go to filter, and then you go to listing age. So you filter down using listing age, and then just type in maximum of 2-month-old listings, right? That's what we want to do. And then what we want to do is we want to make sure that we do the monthly revenue. So we want to find those ones that are making, the most amount of money that have already been out in 2 months. Like, this is crazy. I mean, I don't know what this is. I'll look at that in a second. But look, already there are listings that are only 1-month-old listings that are making money. But obviously what you have to do is you have to filter these. And what I mean by that is you've got to make sure that they're not trademarks, copyrighted listings. They're not massive bundles, right? You just have to filter and make sure that you look at ones that you can actually design, right? So I like to look down at the images so that I can do my filtration very quickly and see what's happening, right? Now, remember, if you saw my video last time, and I did a video on just the general Halloween trends, and this was one of the biggest ones that I spoke about. I mean, this is a 1-month-old listing, and this is making $974, right? And you can see it here, and it's that ghost with a hat, and it's got the pumpkin and the drink on the side. Go check out my video if you haven't seen it. And already it's making $974. Now, this one is a personalized one on a sort of coffee glass, product. So, you have to remember that if a design is selling very well on different types of product, right? Whether it be on a tumbler, on a mug, or anything else, then you kind of know it's going to be a winner, because if it's quite a new trend and it's selling on many different products, then you need to be real quick. So I mean, this is a 1 month old listing, but I'm going to go down. I'm going to go down. I'm going to go down, 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 down. Right. So there's loads of ones. I mean, look at this one. This one's another one. Let's have a look at this one. This one's 2 month old listing, making 500. How much is it making? 2 month old listing making over $500 per month. Right. Okay. And yeah, you can see it's a 2 month old listing. Actually, this one is they send you the product itself, right? They actually send you the product, the tumbler itself. Hence why, with regards to the price. But this is already selling. So I can imagine for those all the digital product peeps out there, mate, that this would actually sell as a digital product as well. But let me explain to you why this is working so well. I'll explain to you why. Inflatable style, and that inflatable style, those of you that know, has been quite a popular style, especially also for tumblers. That inflatable style. Some people ask me exactly how to produce this inflatable style, and I'll tell you, if you go into something called Adobe Illustrator, you can produce this kind of style, this inflatable sort of design style. Okay, and that can be done but you need to get the software. But the elements work really well, and again, the colors are also fantastic. You got the autumn leaves, you got the pumpkin. This is an absolute winner. Similar ones were selling really well last year, and look, it looks like they'll be flying off the handle. The shop this year. Obviously, this is a physical product that's sold, but I'm sure that would do very well also as a it will do very well also as a digital product for sure. And like I said, just to recap with this one, you can see it's like it's got made some decent sales, 13 monthly sales. Okay, so the next one we're going to be looking at, remember, we're looking at ideas, design trends that are going to be doing well for this year. So just looking down, you got this one. It's doing quite well. Halloween Ghost. There's another one. There's a bundle there. There's a Halloween mug. Spooky Mama. This is interesting. Spooky Mama. Okay, let's have a look at this one. Let's just click on that for a second. Spooky Mama. Now, this is interesting. This has a 13.95 conversion. $420 it's made so far. It's a 12 sales it's made, right? This is very interesting, but this is more mug related. But you see, it just sometimes when you look at other products, it gives you the idea of, what can be used for tumblers, let's say. Sometimes mugs and tumblers, they cross over a lot in terms of their designs. Now, here's another one. This is a very similar style to the one we saw last time, that inflatable style. Again, it's a 1 month old listing. It's that inflatable design style with the ghost, the pumpkin, and the autumn leaves. It may be the same seller. Let me just have a quick look, because they look very, very similar. Yes, it's the same seller. Again, a very popular design. Again, it's only a 1 month old listing, and it's actually doing very well, $400 already. So, there are ideas that you can look at and see here. Let's go down. Let's remember, we're looking at tumblers only at the minute. Okay, so here's another one, which is an interesting one, right? It's a 2 month old listing, or so far making $278. It has a total sales of 169, 85 monthly sales. That's absolutely phenomenal, right? Phenomenal is the word I like to use. And I'll tell you why it's doing so well, right? Because this one is a very prime example of a seller that understands how to mash up and mix design ideas, trends up into a winning design. Now look at this. This is a coquette Halloween tumbler wrap. Cute Highland cow tumbler sublimation. 20-ounce skinny, trendy design, spooky coquette PNG. Goes for $3. It's made an estimated monthly sales of 278. Remember, that is really good for a 2 month old listing, right? It's got a conversion rate of 5.49. But it's got really good elements, and they've done it really well. And I'm going to show you this design and explain why this is definitely a winner, or this type of design could be a winner for you guys too, because if you understand design, then you'll understand why this is working and why I believe it's going to be selling really well. Right, let's have a look at this design close. Okay, guys, let's look at this design closely, and I'll explain to you why this is a winner. So look, anybody that knows that coquette has been one of those popular design styles so far, and it's only going to be working and growing for this year anyway. So definitely a coquette style mashup with something else is going to be working. Now, the other thing that people love and have been loving is Highland cows, and in particular, baby Highland cow. Now, what this has, it has the baby Highland cow with the coquette flavor. You got the bow tie at the top, and then you've also got the kind of skeleton within the Highland cow. Now, the Highland cow looks a bit spooky. It's got that spooky flavor. You got those kind of those fantastic sort of pink pastel, those pastel hearts in the background. You know, it's got the skull and the flowers that mix up. Then you've got some fabuloso elements that are working really well to actually give it that Halloween flavor, but using all these sort of design elements. It's an absolute masterpiece. I absolutely love it. It's a bestseller, bomb. It's in demand, bomb. You know, it's selling really well, bomb. Got great elements. You know, the seller understands what they're doing. And again, a great converter for those of you that don't know. Make sure you got a video. Go check out my playlist. Go check out how to create a video on Etsy. It's a very, very simple thing to do, but you must actually create a video. It helps convert your sales. Etsy themselves tells you it sort of like it increases by X2 your sales. So remember, when you actually do your listing, I'll give you a few tips. Make sure you have a really fabuloso main image, especially for tumblers, especially those 3-part skinny tumbler ones. If that's what you're doing, having 3 of them, and that is the main, should be your main image. And then you got your video next for sure, right? For sure. A rotating, fantastic tumbler video. And then it gives you sort of check out also, it's also selling the new listing for the 40 ounce, because 40 ounce tumbler wraps are also becoming popular too. So yeah, this is the reason why this particular one is working. Now let's get on to another one. Right, guys, let's look at one more design that is selling quite well. That's a recent seller. And I believe that is a really good design idea trend to kind of look at. Obviously, I do my filtration as I look down the list, because look, you want to do something that you can do, as in like it's not copyrighted, not trademarked, something that is quite simple to do, something that makes sense, is using a lot of the recent design styles that are coming together, because that's how it's going to work. Right, here's another one. Now, this is another idea that I spoke about in my general Halloween trends. And the funny thing is about this is things can work for many different products. Now, this one is more of a Libby glass type of product, right? However, I believe this could also work for just a standard tumbler, like a 20 ounce tumbler. So 1 month old listing making $176, got 44 monthly sales. Guys, this is a 1 month old listing and it's made 44 monthly sales. That is strong, real strong. And I'm going to explain to you why this design can also work for just general tumblers. And it works for by the way, it works for mugs, t-shirts, designs, clip art. It can work for many things, but I want to explain the design to you and why it works. And remember, do check out my last video on Halloween trends anyway. So let's look at this a bit closer. Okay, so let's look at this bestseller. Let's look at it. Although it's on a product, right, the glass can product, this would work fantastically well with I believe it work really well with tumblers as well. And it's the basic principle of the design. And let me explain it, right? I'll show it to you a bit clearer on this one. Now, look at this design. How it works is you have designs in line. Now, do check out my last video on this, and I showed you this. These kind of coquettes, right? These kind of bow ties, they're working really well right now. This dark style works well. The pumpkin with the bow tie works fantastically well. So what they've done is they've mashed up and they've done a few elements put together. They've got the ghost, which is a winner right now with the coquette, the bow tie, and you got the pumpkin and bow tie. And you've got it in this kind of pattern style. And this pattern style works where you got a pumpkin, you got spiderweb pumpkin, bow tie, ghost bow tie, right? This is an actual style, right? Where people are actually doing these in line, right? And you will see this in many, many products, whether it be t-shirt designs, whether it be clip arts, mugs, right? This is the whole thing. So if something works on a glass can, for sure it can work on a tumbler also. And this is only a 1 month old listing. It's got 20 plus views in the last 24 hours. It's got a bestseller, boom. It's an amazing listing. But you see, it's using design principles that are working right now. So guys, I'm going to leave it there. But remember, do check out EverBee free access there where you can actually find these trends. But the whole thing is you need to understand design trends and design mashups and matching and mixing designs. That's the key to your profitability and winning on Etsy, guys. I'll bring out trends on a regular basis so you know exactly what's emerging, what's coming out. But guys, I'll see you on the next video, man. I'll see you later.